Joe said, I also did not have the pleasure of having you as as a professor, but I consider you as a great mentor and also someone who really embodied the importance and what it really meant to have passion. And so I also went to the Speaking Center conference with Joe. Just seeing your poise, seeing how much passion and dedication you had towards the speaking, making the National Association for Communications so successful. It just seemed in your keynote speech when you were speaking, it just seemed that making the conference as successful as possible was one of the things that makes you just the happiest. And just seeing that type of passion, and I know I know you probably have had probably bad days like all of us, but it never I guess those bad days never radiated in the types of work that you did to make the national conference a success, as well as the Speaking Center a success at Davidson. Day in, day out, getting as many feedback from us and really valuing the importance of our feedback to make it just as successful as possible has just been just impactful on me. So I guess as I go forth and whatever career I end up on, I guess seeing that having passion and how I guess happy that made you just shows me the importance of it. So thank you so much again for all that you've done.
I guess I just have a little story about the first time I met you. So the first time I ever met Dr. Turner was when I was actually getting interviewed to be a Speaking Center tutor. And I walked into the room, it was Professor Baker, Dr. Turner, and another student. So my initial thoughts are, oh my gosh, there's another person I don't know. I really have to make sure I can show that I'm a good public speaker. And I just remember you cracked a joke and you started smiling. It was that smile, the one that you always have and everyone references. But I just wanted to let you know, thank you for everything that you've done, especially for the communications department and all your support over the years. And I'm definitely going to miss your quinoa and delicious food you have other than here. But you've just always been inspirational, and every time I mention your name around campus, people are just in awe. And like, she's just such an amazing speaker. And I had talked to one of my friends and told her I was going to this event, and she was like, I told her Dr. Turner's retiring. She's like, oh no, I wanted to request her for an event to speak at Davidson. I heard her before, and I was just in shock. So I just want to let you know again, thank you for everything. You always keep your warm smile, but just keep your warm smile again, because it makes everyone else happy. And I know that you're going to be having a great time looking at the beautiful mountains. I wish I could go out there with you. But
come on out.
I will visit. But I just want to thank you for everything you've done. You're a huge inspiration.
I don't have a keyword outline, so when I was a freshman, or I guess rising freshman, I think my approach to WebTree was kind of like just put a bunch of random stuff in and just like see where it goes. And I somehow, some way ended up with Com 201 for my freshman fall schedule. And I was like, all right, well, whatever. I don't know what that is. So I'm in class, like all nervous as a freshman. We're like one of the dungeon rooms and base chambers, so it's still intimidating. And Dr. Turner walks in with just like this blank face, walks in, like goes up to the board and writes her name, and then just turns around like that. And during this whole time, I'm just like, oh no, like, what have I done? Like, this is so scary. But like soon after, she told us that it was something about nonverbal communication. It was a teaching tool, of course, and then I soon was introduced to, of course, the trademark Kathy Turner smile and laugh, and just a wonderful personality. And through that class, it's been one of the most influential kind of experiences that I've had at Davidson. I think I really learned to feel kind of passionately about something academic and not just treat it as kind of something I needed to accomplish or I needed to check off a list. It was one of the few times, I think, in my academic career when I've like wanted to do homework and I was interested and I was like ready to come to class and discuss, and it was just, I felt so alive in the class. And because of that, I decided I wanted to be a comm minor, and through that ended up taking other great classes with Dr. Leslie, or Professor Baker, and from there became a speaking center tutor, and it just has become a part of who I am and a part of my Davidson experience, and I don't think that would have been the case if it weren't for you. That was a great freshman fall class. Unfortunately, the rest of my schedule was not nearly as not nearly as accommodating. Oh. With the exception of Shireen Campbell. It wasn't any of the classes individually, it was the combination of being an overcommitted freshman.
When you're in a hole, stop.
All that to say, I had a really difficult first semester, and I think really had a hard time and was very kind of doubtful of myself. And I think I remember distinctly going to Dr. Turner's office and just like breaking down. It wasn't going to be the last time I'd cry in front of a professor, but certainly the first. And but the kind of support and warmth and kindness that she showed, and just immediately was helping me come up with ways to kind of solve the issues I was struggling with, and kind of telling me, hey, like, here are the ways you can reach out to the professors and ways that you can kind of improve where you're at, and that it won't always be like this. Like, you're a freshman, it's gonna be okay. And because of that, I think that really helped me get back on track, and you know, it's made a big difference in my career and in my academic experience. So I just want to thank you so much.